go. Also, let's go back to Goof Troop, but this time we're going to run the other solo category, which is Goofy. Yeah, I won the race. Yeah, it's really a shame that Zatox couldn't make it. I hope he's going to feel better soon. Yeah, Zatox probably would have beaten me. He got all the world records at Demon's Crest. He got really excellent at the game. So if you want to see some Demon's Crest, you should follow him. I will definitely go back for it next year at some point and try to reclaim at least the 100% world record. Because I'm still just like 11 seconds away from it. So that's not too bad. Yeah, I have a 38.32 and he has a 38.21. Okay, Goof Troop. Well, I'm going to explain maybe a little bit again how this game works. If you weren't here for the first time around, let's go. So this is a top-down Zelda-like game where you cannot attack directly. What you can do is throw stuff at enemies to defeat them. And now, as you can see, we're not very fast because I'm playing as Goofy, and Goofy is slower, but he is stronger, which is going to be important for boss fights and some rooms. And also here I go here and take the pot because carrying a pot does not slow me down as Goofy, whereas with Max it does. So there's a lot of little tweaks, little differences of strategy between the two characters. It's not huge, but it's significant still. Like if you are used to one character, you might need a little bit of time to adapt to learning the other. It's not going to be huge, but it's going to be there. So the puzzles are, of course, solved the same way. If it's the best way with one character, is going to be the best with the other. If there's nothing else screwing up with you. So, of course, I will pick up the continue. It was useful in my previous max run, so no reason to skip it. But anyway, I always take it for a marathon run or even a race. I always take it because you just can't make sure that you will not run out of lives eventually. Especially if you go for all the death warps and all the difficult strategies. This game is just so random that even with all the experience I have running it, I still sometimes need at least one continue. We have already 3 lives and 5 hearts, that's nice. That's really good. We need to kill this guy to open this gate and solve this puzzle the same way as before. This game can also be played co-op, and there are co-op speedruns of it. It's really fascinating to watch. If you have never seen a co-op run of this, I really recommend checking out. So recently the world record was finally beaten. We had a really old world record by Cypher and Blecky, which was very good. It was a really strong time. And it was taken down finally by BB4Key and Swordsman Kirby, with a time which beats them by 30 seconds, thanks to the discovery of a new glitch, the glitch with Max. Oh, crap. Oh, I waited, but still he wouldn't throw his barrel. You can never know how much time they stay up. Dude, I got trolled. Okay, there we go. Oh my god. This boss knows how to troll. Okay, we took an extra life, but we lost one, so it evens out. We still have 3 lives though, so we can afford a couple death strategies here. The second death warp is going to be significantly harder with Goofy, so if I don't have a heart to pass through an enemy, I will not attempt it, because it's really difficult. Okay, Okay, have to be careful because this guy can go your way. Okay, what is this guy doing? I didn't know. I probably did not need to bump him, but better safe than sorry. Okay, is there a... No, no hearts. Okay, so I would just kill him. Oh, okay, an extra life. Nice, I guess. Yeah, if I had had a heart, I would have just gone through him, and then I would have let him follow me and kill me at the end. But since I did not have a heart, the strategy to take advantage of this death warp is much harder with Goofy than it is with Max, just because you are moving much more slowly. So I just decided to not go for it. In the next room also there's going to be a slight difference with Goofy. You go left here. Because you can pick up the spot and kill enemies with one hit. That's the main advantage of being Goofy instead of Max, is that you can kill enemies in one hit instead of two. Like all enemies. Well, except for bosses, of course. And bosses will take less hits also. No, you don't do this. Freaking troll! Yeah, die. That's what you should do. Yeah, you should really keep an eye out for everybody, all the bad stuff that can happen in this room. Because it tends to happen a lot. But the good thing is I used my grapple hook to stop them from kicking a block in the wrong direction. Okay, there I got the bad log pattern, so I still need to wait. But I can get rid of my heart. Okay, and here, the fact that I'm taller than Goofy, than Max, requires me to use my hands in order to make sure that I don't get hit by a cannonball here. Because they can hit me, they can kill me. With Max, you don't really need to care about them, because Max is small enough. Oops, okay. No, I'm not taking the death warp. I could take a death here and save like 1.5 seconds. Maybe one, just one. But I don't want to waste my lives. You never know what can happen. Even though I got pretty lucky with extra life drops. So unfortunately we did not get an extra cherry, so I'm gonna pick up this one. Trigger this guy and pass by him. Okay, second boss. And he's gonna take 2 fewer hits compared to Max. Yeah, quickly remove the 4th barrel. Yeah, okay, finally. Oh! Dang, still got hit. Okay, still. Nice. I sacrificed the heart, but that's fine. It did not make me waste too much time. Here with Goofy, you do not toss the pot away, just keep it with you, because it does not decrease your speed. Same strat for this room, just... Oh, I did not hit it. Okay, I will hit it later. I threw it too early. So just walk on it and hit this one. Stupid mistake. Extra life. There's also a shovel you can find in this room, and you can dig here. And you can find some supplies. It's not really required though. You can just find fruit and lives. So there I did not have a heart, so I needed to wait. Come on, yeah, an extra life but no heart. Dang, I have 7 lives, that's crazy. Do you have a preference between the two characters? Yes, I prefer Max. Just because it feels faster, and it is faster. Goofy is interesting still. You can beat bosses faster, and the last room before 4th boss is much less annoying with Goofy. But still, for solo categories I prefer Max. It's the one I have grinding the most. But I believe my Goofy time is also pretty solid. But my max time is really, really good. I've grinded a long time for that sub 22, and I eventually got to 21:59 with Goofy, with Max. It's probably my luckiest speedrun ever. Okay, I did not need to bump this guy. He stopped by himself. When you see that they stop moving, they're not going to start moving again in a little while, so you can pass them by. Okay, here there's nothing that tells you what the correct order is, you just need to memorize it. Good thing that it's not random, it's always the same. And we have 7 lives. No problem, I can sacrifice some lives. Yeah, cool. We even got a cherry. It's more useful with Goofy than with Max, because I can safely take damage here. Because those guys control me much more easily as Goofy, because I can't move fast enough. And if the green guy decides to throw a bad sword at me, I would have to move away, and that can really mess up with doing this room. But here I got lucky. Okay, cherry, cool. Yeah, we got really lucky with drops. I'm gonna take some water. Okay, next room, the 2 cannon room. So this is the same strategy as Max. 1, 2, 3. But with 1 fewer hit, because Goofy does more damage. So I have to count 3 damage for the first cannon and then switch cannons. Kill the right cannon with the 3rd hit. Oops. Ooh, okay, nice. I got another cherry. Dang, really lucky with the drops. Okay, that was better than my previous run with Max. Okay, this boss, same thing, same strategy. Overall, you want to focus on blue guy because he gives you less bones, and also his bones take longer to be available. And you also want to count the damage that you do on both of them. Oops. 4, 5, 6, because when they are half dead, 7, they can do the head thing. So that's why after 5 hits I have to be careful and change my strategy a bit. 3, 4. No, I'm gonna wait until he gives me more. 5, 6, 7. And now I always have one other ready in case he does this again, and that's what happened. Now I'm at 8, 9, 10. He's dead. So there I did the correct thing. I was planning for bad luck, and that's what I got. But I had my extra bone ready. So that's why at certain key moments, when he's about to do the head thing, when he has received just the correct amount of damage, that's why you have to count. You need to make sure that you still have at least an extra bone to throw at him in case you get bad luck. You can wait a bit. Okay, I have to go through. Alright. Did not get trolled this time. I can kill the jesters with only one barrel. Oh, he got me! I was trying to be fast enough to throw a barrel before he could throw his barrel, but I didn't manage. Dang, I died to that room in both runs. That's funny. Come on. Yeah, this is the fastest way I know of doing this room with solo character. Die, come on. Oh, I wanted that. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I can pass through this guy. I didn't need it though. Wow, cool. That went well. Sort of. That was weird. Okay, same route. You get to the top route. Make sure you don't stick to the right side too much, otherwise the blue guy can get out of the maze and chase you down. All the guards will spot you if you are too close enough to them at a certain radius. It doesn't matter if there's an obstacle between you and him. It's just like if you get into his range, he will start following you, and he would follow you for a random amount of time before he stops. And if you're still there, he will follow you again. So here the max strategy does not work with Goofy, because you're not fast enough to win the block race against him, so you just kill him with a barrel. It's probably the safest thing to do. You just can't afford to let him live and mess up with your puzzle. Yeah, we're in a really good shape here in lives and hearts and stuff. So, yeah, I'm gonna do the death strategy here. Depending on what the red guy does, you might not even have a choice. So that's why it's still better to make sure you have at least one heart for this room, in case the red guy completely blocks the path to the switch on the top right. It doesn't happen very often, but it's very trolly when it does happen and you don't have a heart. You have to just wait until he moves out of the way. You can't do anything else. He's completely immune to the hook or anything else, or the bell. Okay, default strategy. Alright, that was pretty cool. That was nice. It did not start well because I could not reach the block and kill the two guys on the right. But they nicely killed the two guys on the left, and they nicely stayed grouped so I could kill them with the middle block. So thanks guys, that was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, that was nice. Okay, let's try to attract some of these dudes to the corner, so I don't need to move out of there to kill them. Okay, cool. Alright, let's just pick up one more. Oh, I should not even need this. I should not even need this. Honestly, I would have preferred just fruit. I would have preferred just fruit. Okay, this is just as boring as it was with Max. So the strategy is, well, I tend to stay here because you can easily target the ones coming to the left or the right, or the ones coming from the bottom two holes, and the other four holes will be more out of the way but not too far out. You could try a slightly more aggressive strategy where you will be at one of the corners, like here. So you are going to be very excellently placed for 4 holes, but very badly placed for the other 4. So I guess it's kind of the same anyway. It's random where they're gonna come out from, so just do as you want. In solo runs I just stay here, out of habit. But if you're playing co-op, you really definitely want to have both players at opposite corners, so they will target their own lines. So there I was unlucky because I wanted to target the green one because he hasn't received damage yet, but I couldn't because of that position. I couldn't go and reach him. I would have lost time. Okay, good. He's gonna come out. Yeah, he's gonna come back in before the purple guy does. So this was fast. I'm gonna try to hit the green one again if I can. Oh, perfect. That was lucky. Yeah, you want to try to even out the damage that you deal to both of them, so that both of them will go equally fast. Instead of having one that takes a lot of damage and goes very fast, and the other one that takes no damage and goes very slowly. Because overall the boss would be very slow. Would just be as fast as the slowest one. Okay, now they're both one hit away from death. Oof, that was close. It was almost too early. Yeah, missing a shot wastes like 10 to 12 seconds, which is bad. Okay, last level. Okay, cool. I found some fruit. Yeah, I want one fruit at least. I mean one heart for the next part. Because I'm gonna have to sacrifice my hearts in order to go fast. Don't do that, dude. Don't do that. Okay, come out here. Okay, here, use your hands to make sure that you to protect yourself from the cannon bombs. Little trick to skip part of the puzzle. Okay, cool. Yeah, here with Goofy you're not fast enough, and depending on what the enemies do, you can usually safely get to the switch, but you might not be able to come to the door alive without taking another hit. Depends on how they start moving. So they're always lucky, but sometimes you need to just sacrifice a full life. I don't like the position of green guy. Okay, he stays low. You want him to be low. Oh, nice! That's lucky. Oh, that was super lucky. The green guy jumped into the cannon range by himself. Okay, nice. That was lucky also. Now I'm gonna use the bell to attract the green guys. Okay, nice. That was a one cycle, which is what you want for Goofy. Yeah, this is one of the rooms which are faster with Goofy because you kill enemies just in one hit. With Max, you usually need 2 full cycles of the platform, but there, with Goofy, you can beat them with just 1 cycle. And the bell is very handy because it attracts everybody except for the fat red guy. The fat red guy is completely impervious to the bell or the hookshot. Okay, here, same route as Max. Open this and come back, because we need to use the hookshot to go to this top room and get the key. And here, unfortunately, if you remember my Max run, you saw me do a glitch to skip a room and skip having to get an extra hookshot. But with Goofy, we will not be able to do that, just because Goofy is not fast enough. He does not move fast enough to skip through the corner of the hole. He would just fall. There's no line that he can go through to do the skip. So I need to do the normal route and get to that place. And here you need to do some sort of puzzle where you have to attract this fat guy onto a switch so he opens the path for you. And it's kind of tricky to do efficiently because the AI is coded such that he would always make all the wrong turns. So I needed to move in a certain way to force him into doing the correct turns. It's easy to do, but it's kind of arbitrary. You need to remember the positions that you need to go so that he would follow you and not always make the wrong turns. If you just stay to the left side, he will always turn the wrong way, and it's very slow and stupid. Okay, so this was the intended path. So now let's go collect the golden key, and we will do the room with the arrow platform. So there's 8 possible patterns which alternate randomly, and if you place yourself like here, there's always going to be at least one of the 2 tiles surrounding you which will be good, which will be a good tile. So that's why it's a pretty good strategy. So even if you can't predict the randomness of what pattern you're getting, you will always have one good tile. I mean, a tile going up or a tile going right on the bottom 2 corners. So just it's just about the good reflex. Ugh, didn't manage to avoid damage here. It's possible, but you need to be very, very fast. Here, hands up, so I can pick up cannonballs instead of getting hit by them. Solve the puzzle the same way. Yeah, this puzzle is extremely satisfying with the co-op strategy. Both characters kick the 2 blocks at the exact same time, and it's super satisfying to execute and to watch. Okay, there I was lucky with the bottom guy. He went to the bottom, so I did not need to chase him upwards. And Pete again. So with Max he needed 14 hits, but with Goofy it's only 12 hits. If he does the hookshot thing, you want to get hooked on purpose, so you can wiggle your D-pad and get out of there. It's efficient because it forces him to do the next pattern, so you don't need to have to sit through another hook. Okay, now the strategy is I'm gonna try to keep him, to keep this guy alive. Alright, that worked. Don't die. Okay, don't kill him, because if one of the pirates, one of the thugs is still alive, Pete is forced into staying on the platforms, and he cannot do other patterns than jumping, bombs, or pistols. And that's pretty good, because that will statistically increase the probability of getting bombs. I did not really count though. Oh, whoops. Okay, now the other guy is dead, so Pete is coming back down. Okay, I'm getting kind of lucky. I think I would not be able to explode this bomb. It's gonna explode. Oh shoot! I forgot to count though. I don't know how many hits I have done. It's 12 to kill him. Yeah, I can exploit this one. This pattern is not too long. Oh, okay, that was the end. And time. Right, 25-24. What's my PB with Goofy? It's my PB is 2350. So that's less far away than my max run. Okay. So now I guess we are pretty much back on schedule, thanks to this new this bonus Goofy run. I hope you guys enjoyed. So this was me, Le Hulk, running a little Hulk block. I hope you guys enjoyed, with a lot of with only Capcom games and mostly Disney ones, plus Demon's Crest. It was a lot of fun. I will be back on Wednesday to run Illusion of Gaia and Soul Blader. Completely different games, RPGs for a change. But it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun running through these games. I hope you do too. Thanks a lot for having me on. I'm going to just see what Fiesel tells me to do, if I have to cut the stream, or if I can keep the credits run. A great in-game timer. Yeah, the in-game timer was just for that last level. But at the end of the credits, the game is going to tell me my in-game time for the whole game. Yeah, you're welcome, Fiesel. Always a pleasure to participate in these SNES Super Stars. Best French accent. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the singing. Well, you have to. You have to make the show. It's you just can't go through this level without singing if you're running in the marathon. Ce rêve bleu. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna be. We're just back on time, and next run is going to be the second Mickey game in the Mickey trilogy, The Great Circus Mysteries, starring Mickey and Minnie. Alright, Fiesel's telling me to let the credits play, so we're just gonna hang out a little bit more. So as I said, the next run is going to be the second Mickey game run by King Rhodes TN. It's gonna be running normal. That's funny, it's the only difficulty that I have never run. I used to run the second game. It's also really cool, it's pretty good. It has some RNG manip as well. Unfortunately, in the second game, you do not have the possibility to keep your momentum going by jumping. It just goes away anyway. But still, there's some strategy involved. But, I shouldn't say it, but it's not as good as the first game. But stick around; it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Oh yeah. After that, there's gonna be Super Metroid, low percent ice. Ooh. So much good stuff, so much good stuff. Dolmogos, I am from France. I'm a French. Oh, did you drink? Great. Fake French. There's no fake French. Oh, hey. Now that we see the credits, look at who is the designer of this game. Shinji Mikami. That rings a bell, doesn't it? And yeah, it's the same. It's the Resident Evil guy. He designed. He was the game designer of Goof Troop. How about that? Is there a game you don't run on SNES? Tons. Well, now I have come to run a lot of games. Well, we're far from having done all of them. I don't run Space Megaforce, that is true. I have beaten that though, casually. It's a nice, it's a really cool shmup. One of the best ones. Yeah, thanks Dalmogos. And our in-game time for this run is 23:14. Yeah, usually it's about 2 minutes less than the real time. Try to speak French for fun? Ah, je peux parler français, pas de problème. Ce rêve bleu. Okay, well, I guess that was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me again in the marathon, and good luck to the next runners. Keep watching, keep rocking the Super Nintendo. You guys are the best. That was the Hulk, signing out.